touch with the show by text message or on WhatsApp. A few years ago, one of the county's top SNAs decided to change career and focus on online work, on being creative online in particular, and on social media, to be precise. Well, now that's gone rather well. That would be an understatement. But now this particular former SNA has got a job on national TV with Ireland AM and is in fact their newest presenter. So, Eric Roberts, how you doing?
Thanks very much for having me. I don't know if some of my past faculty would agree that I was one of the top SNAs in the country, but I'll take the compliment.
That's what it says here. It says here top. No, it says the top.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Thanks very much for having me on.
Anyway, busy time, because as if you weren't busy enough on social media and all that goes with that, you now got this gig as a weekend presenter. But it's a full weekend because you start on Fridays. This Friday you started?
Yeah, I'm starting this weekend now. It's come in very fast. But my first official day, I suppose I've been bopping in and out for the last year or so. But I think there's an added pressure now coming into this weekend because they've actually offered me the full-time job. So hopefully it goes well. I think it will.
It is different when you're just filling in. There's a bit less pressure, but nonetheless, once that red light goes on. It's totally different to, well, I think it is anyhow, to radio, but on social media, would it be fair to say it's closer to social media than it would be to radio?
I don't
You've
know.
done radio as well.
I've done a bit of radio as well in my time. I suppose there's an added pressure because of my background. I mean, it was only 3 or 4 years ago that I was working full time as a special needs assistant, and when I started creating content online, a lot of doors opened up, and I've been walking through as many as possible, and I've had some incredible experiences because of it. And I suppose the sort of small TV slots were one of the opportunities, and I grabbed it with both hands, and I fell in love with presenting, and I got to do some amazing things and interview some huge people because of it, and done different red carpets. And I suppose doing all these things over the last couple of years have led to this huge opportunity now to present on television. But I suppose I didn't go through the avenues that other maybe presenters might have gone through in the past. I picked up my phone and I started making some content. So I think there's an added pressure there because I'm coming from TikTok essentially to prove myself. And hopefully I do. I mean, I love it. I feel like I haven't worked a day since I left my job as an SNA, and I say that all the time. I'm so passionate about what I do, and I have a real yearning to just grow and keep developing in that field. So.
But there's no straightforward way to get either on the radio or TV anymore. And let's face it, TikTok or Instagram or just social media in general, it's now a pathway, and we're already seeing a lot of it. And if you're in a position where you're looking for talent, I suppose that's one of the first places that you'll go looking.
Yeah, I suppose media's just changed in the last number of years, and if you can build up a big following online, I suppose people then know that you have a trusted audience and they're there for a reason. So hopefully I can bring that audience over to Ireland AM now. I'm hoping to bring I suppose a bit of youthful energy and mix up the show a bit. Martin and Elaine have been in there for a very long time.
Martin King and Elaine Crowley.
Yeah, so they're very, very experienced, and I'm coming in as a real novice. So I think it's going to be a good dynamic. They'll keep me on my toes in there.
Well, it's already a good dynamic because you've been doing stand-ins during the week as well as weekends, and as you said there, it's taken you to all sorts of places, and red carpet events and film premieres and the like. And there's a real buzz about that. And it's different to social media because the onus isn't on you to be creative. You have to think on your feet. But we'll get to social media in a second. But it's an entirely different dynamic.
100%. And it started off with small vox pops on the street. I was working with the likes of Lad Bible there, who do different things and different red carpets. And one of the first opportunities I got a text about interviewing Liam Neeson. Can you be here in 12 hours? I was still working as an SNA at the time, and I had to go in and explain I need tomorrow off to interview Liam Neeson. She sort of looked at me like I had two heads. What are you talking about? And it was little things like that where I sort of had to grab these opportunities as they came up. And I did, and it led, I suppose, to where we are now today.
Let's not underestimate the power of social media, and it's been it's worked out brilliantly for you. Many followers across all platforms now. Many followers.
I think it's 1.2 or 1.3 million now. Wow. Big number.
And yeah, and with that comes I suppose certain rewards, but it opens doors as well, and you get like you mentioned Lad Bible there, but you get different gigs. There's been Lad Bible, and now there's Virgin Media. But it opens all sorts of doors, and collabs with different people.
Yeah, I mean, it's in the last couple of years I've been flown to Vegas and South Africa and Australia. I'm been flown to Miami now in a couple of weeks. I think I'm meeting Lionel Messi and stuff out there. So it's the opportunities are you pinch yourself at every waking moment. And as I say, it hasn't been that long. Like a lot of people that follow me now assume I've been doing this all my life, but realistically, 2 or 3 years ago, I was just getting up and going to work, and I couldn't have even imagined the life that I'm living now. So I'm so incredibly grateful for everything that's happened. But I mean, it hasn't been an easy road either. I have had to work very, very hard to get here.
Well, it is, I was just going to get to that. It is work because I sound glamorous going off to wherever, Dubai or Vegas, but there's you have to perform in these places. You have a job to do, and and you have to be a certain place, certain time, chatting to certain people, doing it in a certain way, doing your research, making sure sound and light and all the other little things. So there isn't somebody to do all of that for you. A lot of the time you're switched on, and that all has to be taken care of. And if it's not, it's on you.
Yeah, I suppose there is that added pressure. But yeah, you don't really have anyone to answer to either when it is just you and your phone. You're out there and you're just kind of creating the content, and there's an honesty to it and a transparency in that. I started off posting, I suppose, skits and jokes, and that sort of transitioned into posting my everyday life. And my nephew Oshin features a lot in it, and the response that gets is incredible. So I've kind of kept up my SNA work outside of it, sort of bringing that to the mainstream. I do a lot of work with the As I Am charity, and I try and promote inclusivity as much as I can as well. I have a book coming out now next month, a children's story that I wrote a few years ago, and it just felt like the right time. I had a few hiccups getting to where we are now to release it, but I found a lovely publisher as my own. That's going to be coming out, and that's essentially the message behind it is inclusivity. It's not going to win any literary awards. It's a story aimed at 3 and 4 year olds to spark a conversation that says, is there someone that maybe sits beside themselves on the bus or in class or at lunchtime, and why do you think that is? And it's just a conversation starter around inclusivity, basically, because that was one of the main focuses I had when I was in SNA, and that's one of the biggest battles they face. It's not keeping them engaged in class, it's at lunchtime when they're sitting by themselves. So I've tried to maintain that. Although I'm doing very, very exciting things, I'm still quite passionate about that side of things as well. So it's being in this position has allowed me to do certain things like that as well, which is great.
And being in that position, comes with responsibility as well. And it's great to be able to use your platform, I suppose, to do things like that and to shine a light on certain causes. And everybody's different in that, there'll be certain causes that are close to their heart.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's obviously something that I've been passionate about for a long time. So it just made sense. And it's never forced. It's never planned. Like the likes of Oshin, who features in the content, the biggest response I get isn't the red carpets or the jokes. It's people in similar situations that can be sometimes quite difficult, and they just enjoy the lightheartedness of seeing how amazing he is, and that's been brought to the mainstream. So I'm going to continue to do that, and it's gotten to the stage now where I'm getting a bit jealous of him because he's taken some of the limelight off me. Do you know what I mean? There's a vanity in what I do, and I like having all the followers, but it turns out that a lot of people are just following me for Oshin now. So
it's a big spotlight. It can cover both of you.
Exactly.
How's Oshin doing?
He's flying. Yeah, he's doing absolutely amazing. He's in college every day, and he's just so musically gifted. I mean, he never stops singing to the point where we're like, shut up, will you? We've heard that song now 10 times. Do you know what I mean? And he loves getting in trouble. He's as mischievous as ever, but he's doing great. And I suppose he just does it for the love of it. He doesn't know what's going on half the time, but he's getting stopped out in the street for photos, and he'll say, "Hello, fans. How are you getting on?"
Brilliant.
Yeah.
This TV gig, it's going to necessitate a move to Dublin.
Yes, a big move to Dublin.
That's a bit of an upheaval with a wee baby in tow.
Absolutely. I mean, we're in the process of building a house up here now at the minute, which is also no easy feat. But to be looking for an apartment,
it's all going on.
It's all going on. I'm telling you, it's not. It's all going to Robert's house. But come here, it's a necessity. All my work is in Dublin. I'm on the road quite a bit, and to be honest, I'm looking forward to it because I don't want to be away from Niamh and Reen as much as I am, and the move to Dublin will mean I don't have to go up to Dublin for 2 or 3 days at a time and be missing new noises or new smiles. So it's great that they can come with me. And Eve's an Irish teacher, and she's taken some time off this year now to just be there with Rian and stuff, and she's been an incredible support to me throughout the year to allow me to do all these amazing things. So it's great that they can come up with me now, and we're excited. We feel like we're teenagers again, looking for an apartment up in Dublin, starting a new life. So it's exciting.
Yeah, no, it is a new departure, and I suppose it is important that you're together as much time as possible, and you're not missing out on any of the markers along the way, and growing up. It's going to be an early start. I mean, what time are you on air?
Well, I mean, I'll probably get a lie in some weekends because I'm up at 4 o'clock anyway with with a teething baby and a sleep regression. So I don't think I'm not as scared about the early mornings. But I think it's a 6 a.m. or a 5 a.m. start on a Friday. But we're not on till 9 on Saturday and Sunday, so that's not too bad.
Okay. Do you get a pass then, having to get up at night if you're going to be on that early?
Well, we'll see. That's an argument for later.
All right. Okay. I mean, social media, the various platforms that you're on, your followers continue to grow, and I think it's whoever it is on social media, people warm to them because if they realize people are, in many cases, funny, but also genuine. You can't fake that. You get away with it for a wee while, or you might hide behind humor or whatever, but people can suss that out, and if they realize, this is, there's a person that's showing another side of themselves, or there's somebody, then they're not, that's not too forced. That's the kind of things that people warm to.
Absolutely, yeah. I think many years ago, Instagram was a very shiny, attractive place where people's lives were incredible, and my life is better than yours. And I think after COVID, there was a more honest influencer was created, or a more honest content creator, and I suppose transparency was key. People can see through, excuse my language, the bullshit nowadays. So I think the best thing you can do is be yourself, and that's what attracts people to the page. So I'll just have to continue to do that, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah, and it must be great too, getting feedback when you're out and about, chatting to people in person, and and they're going, I like that video, or keep on doing, such. It's great to get some feedback, and I suppose honest feedback. I mean, this is why I love Donegal, because I go down home, no one will bat an eyelid twice at me, and I can be very, very humbled. If I go up I could lose the run of myself up in Dublin thinking that you're some sort of big shot and people stopping you in the street asking for photos, but it never happens up here, and it's great. I love it. People are just like, Eric, what's the crack, how are you getting on, you're busy now, and it's nice. You keep your feet in the ground up here, so it's great. So looking forward to, anyhow, to Friday, and to you getting the ball rolling, I suppose. Different just standing in. This is now your gig, and you're one of the co-presenters there. So are you going to be out and about more, and are you still going to be going to premieres and stuff, or is it more in studio?
Well, the beautiful thing about this is I don't really have to take a step back from what I've been doing for the last couple of years, because it's such short hours, and over the weekend a lot of my work would be midweek anyway. So I'm gonna continue to do what I'm doing online. I mightn't be as busy and travelling as much, but yeah, it's a great opportunity. So I just want to get stuck in and see where the road takes me.
Or you might be able to marry the two. There might be some assignments for Virgin Media that then you can. It's tricky then, because you can't post as a presenter on Virgin Media and then as Eric Roberts on TikTok.
Well, I think the two are more interlinked than I realise, and it's great because Virgin Media have been so incredible to me that they've allowed me to sit down and come up with my own ideas for some potential documentaries in the future. And not only that, just what we're talking about at the weekends. Do you know what I mean? If there's something I'm interested in or someone I want to bring on, I have that sort of power to do that now. I'm doing the Dublin Marathon at the end of October, and we're hoping to do some live coverage as I'm running, if we can figure out how to do it. So brilliant. Stuff like that there is very, very exciting, and just having the ability to talk about things that I think, I suppose, are important, and showing a more serious side to myself as opposed to just the social media jokey guy. And I suppose trying to prove myself as an actual television presenter now, that's the goal.
Wasn't there somebody that did that was broadcasting the whole way through a marathon recently? I read it somewhere or saw it somewhere.
I don't know if I'd manage the full marathon. You might get for a few minutes at the start, maybe, because I don't think I'd be able to speak after an hour or so.
I think it'll be a bit tricky. Well, anyhow, I wish you well with it. The from Friday onwards with the gig and all the other stuff on social media and the marathon. We'll be seeing how.
Thank you very much.
How much of the marathon we get.
Oh, fingers crossed.
How's the training going?
It's going all right. I have a 12k to do now this evening. Listen, anything that gets me out of the house for an hour is great.
Sure. Right, it's been a pleasure, Eric. Best luck. We'll be looking out for you on Virgin Media.
Thanks very much. Thanks for having me on.
Around the Northwest with Virgin Media.